even from me getting into tech, I went from entry-level sales to a senior level 2 in 6 years. Technically, it was 4 years because I got the senior level 2 by the time I was there. So I jumped from level 3 to level 7 in the scale of where it was that quickly. It does take a lot, but the lot that it takes is grit. That's what you really need to boil down to, is the grit and the willingness to believe in yourself when nobody else does. And honestly, to get there, that's inner child work. That is working on the foundations of you. That is wherever you're believing that you can't, that was a lie somebody told you. So you see, you need a degree in order to do that. I was fortunate enough to watch people who needed degrees but didn't have them, got to where they needed to get, and then got degrees. I understand. I'm very fortunate in that respect. And that is generational wealth to me. My family didn't give me anything financially. There wasn't a dollar handed to me. I think my mom did pay for my first 2 college classes, and then that was it. Like, there wasn't a college fund or any of that kind of stuff. But I saw the principles that they had poured out in their own lives and just modeled that. And that's what started to open doors. So I'm 45 and I still do work on myself. Where do I feel like I don't belong in this room? Why am I intimidated by talking to this person and not to that person? And again, that's a me problem. It's not a them problem. And if you just continue to work on yourself, why do I feel like I don't belong in this room? Be curious. That curiosity starts to undo a lot of damage, because when you say why, you're looking for an answer. I tell my kids, if you say you can't, your brain will believe it. Or if you say, I don't know yet, or I don't know how yet, your brain will believe it. But one is going to say, I can't. It's not looking for an answer. I don't know yet says, I need to look for an answer. But the same response can be to that circumstance. So is it really that you can't go into that without a degree? Now, you can for, of course, a doctor or a lawyer. But let's get the 20% that need degrees out of the way. Those other 80%. It's just that you haven't yet. And sometimes there are systems that are built what I would consider destructive. I mean, we talked a little bit on the education system, and the education system does 2 things. One, they want to do what they deal, so to speak. They want people to continue in education. So they require these high-level degrees for these much lower paying jobs, but it perpetuates the system. It's like an education turnstile. So of course you're going to need a high education to go in there. But now you have all of these much smaller community schools popping up post-COVID that is parents who need tutors and that kind of stuff. And you only need a basic degree, or even in some states, a certification to get that done. Start there.